Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about Demi Lovato and why she is bent on just tearing things down. And I don't understand why she does this. So recently we heard about her feud with Big Chill, the yogurt store that she visited. And she said there were too many diet snacks laying around on her way to pick up her. She wanted something. I think it was an ice cream that she wanted. And there were so many diet foods and snacks and advertisement. She posted something on her Instagram story. It was a photo of a snack that said 22 grams of protein, guilt-free. Eat me guilt-free. And she said she felt like it was gaslighting her, that she shouldn't have to be excited about being guilt-free for eating something that has less sugar or something that's healthier. And she went on, it really was a campaign. She sent a lot of messages. She had screenshots. She was direct messaging them. She was sending them messages on social media that everyone else could see. And she had this whole hashtag that she was trying to make happen. The hashtag was diet culture vultures, because she felt triggered by the healthy foods that was on her way to grab her ice cream. Okay, so people have a right to feel triggered by whatever triggers them, because sometimes it's just people respond to the environment in different ways, and I understand that. However, if you're a celebrity and you have a lot of following and you have a big voice, I feel like you have to be more careful with how you call people out and how you try to tarnish the image of companies, because one day Demi Lovato is going to be sued for causing a lot of damage to somebody's business. She cannot just open her mouth and say whatever pops into her head, without remorse, and just says it and causes a whole lot of damage. I don't know if it's because she's been through a lot of negative things, and she has been through a lot of negative things ever since she was a child star. She's been through some stuff that she talked about, very personal things, and then she took the wrong path in life to deal with that, and she ended up in rehab. And we've heard her story. It's a sad story, and you can't help but feel sorry for what she had to go through. However, I'm starting to think that Demi might be one of these people that feel as though because they've been through a lot of negative things, they feel justified in just being less understanding to other people. And I've met a lot of people like that. Like, I used to know a particular person who has lost a lot of people. This person has lost a lot of relatives. So when they come in contact with someone that recently loses a relative, they just make some very flippant comments that dismisses what that person is going through. And one day I had to just call them out and be like, why do you say things like that? This person is going through a lot right now. And then they will say something like, oh, I've lost this, and this person. So I'm just, at this point, people passing away is just, I'm almost used to it. So I'm like, well, that doesn't give you the right to disregard somebody else's feelings, though. Like, that, I don't see the connection. Just because you've lost people doesn't mean you have earned the right to be dismissive in how you handle other people. So I feel like Demi might be one of these people. Like, she's been through a lot, so she feels justified in just calling any and everybody out for the most ridiculous things. And it's like this whole campaign that she had against an innocent yogurt shop that's just a shop, and they have regular ice cream with tons of sugar, but they also have things with less sugar for people who prefer to eat less sugar. It is not their fault or their problem that Demi feels triggered. They are providing for everyone that like they're supposed to, or like people expect them to, and it's up to whoever to pick what they want and make their purchase and quietly leave. But to demand that whatever you like should be at the forefront, and whatever you don't like, even though other people like it, should not be in your way at all. You don't want to see it, you don't want to feel triggered by it. That is just so ridiculous. And at this point, I am just about fed up with this girl and all of her complaints. Every 3 days, it is something. She always has something to complain about, and it is getting exhausting. At this point, she's just making a nuisance of herself. And I'm trying not to say negative things about Demi, but it's like, come on. It's just getting too much. And she did apologize, though. She apologized for calling out. Well, she said that was an apology. For calling out the yogurt store. First of all, this is what she said. This is one of the more annoying things that she said about the yogurt store. She said, finding it extremely hard to order froyo from at the Big Chill official when you have to walk past tons of sugar-free cookies and other diet foods before you get to the counter. And she also wrote, do better, please. And she followed it with the hashtag diet culture vultures. First of all, she's using culture vulture in the wrong context, but you know what? We're not going to get into that right now. And then the yogurt store replied to her, and they said, we cater to all of our customers' needs for the past 36 years. We are sorry you found this offensive. Oh my God. So Demi did post, she posted something on an Instagram story that I mentioned earlier about the guilt-free cookies and cakes. And she wrote, this screams diet culture, and I won't be gaslit by the media or anyone else that says otherwise. I don't need to feel guilt-free about eating anything. This was what I was talking about, and this is directly from their own page at the Big Chill official. She added them many times. She messaged them many times. This is like a campaign to just ruin a company, or what does she hope to gain from this? If she really wanted to make a change, why did she not contact them directly? Why did she have to make it so public? It's because she wanted to involve other people and make this whole big drama out of it. That is the only reason people bring things publicly to social media. It's so that they can make it a big deal. If you don't want to make it a big deal, you just want to enact change or request change, you would message people directly. So she went on this whole big thing about she deals with eating disorder and is recovering, and she still has a hard time walking into a froyo shop to order yogurt and to be content with keeping it down, because now they're making her feel guilty and she's triggered and all of this stuff. And then she blamed the marketing of the yogurt shop and said that it was the marketing that she had a problem with. And she said, this is her referring to the marketing.
If there was a sign that said celiac, vegan, I would have understood. That would have been clear messaging to me. Because it wasn't clear, I'm definitely jumped to conclusions and probably shouldn't have gone about this the way that I have, but I'm willing to talk to this froyo shop to help get the messaging right.
There is nothing to get right. The shop did nothing wrong. Saying that you can eat something guilt-free, and that is not the same as saying you have to eat this and eat this only so that you can be healthy. Like, that's not what the shop is saying. They just put it there for people so that people know that there's less sugar. How else will a person see a packet of something with less sugar and know that it has less sugar? Like, if you go into a shop and you want something that's sugar-free, the packaging has to say something, or the poster where the snacks are kept has to say something to draw your attention, to let you know that yes, this has less sugar. So if you're someone who likes to eat something with less sugar, you will know, you can see it from a distance, so that you're not picking through every single type of snack in there to see, to read the back to see which one. I mean, it's like, really, does, how does she not understand that that's what these stores do? Like, they have to get people's attention somehow. They're not saying everybody should eat sugar free. They're just saying, for those of you that like to eat sugar free, here is something sugar free for you. But of course, Demi has to bully everything in her path to make it into however she wants it to be. She looks extra gorgeous in this hairstyle. And then she brought in her addictions, and she was like, the thing about overcoming my addictions, my drug addictions, I can walk away from that and never touch it again for the rest of my life. But I have to eat 3 times a day. I left that yogurt store and didn't get the yogurt that I wanted, and then I had a hard time the rest of the weekend, to be totally transparent. Okay, if this is not a lie, I don't know what is. She is saying that with her addictions, she can simply walk away from the drugs and never touch it again for the rest of her life. First of all, that is 100% not true, because in the interview she did with TMZ, she said that she still has to take certain things. But if you guys go to TMZ, I think it's on their YouTube channel. And yeah, she did talk about the fact that she's not completely clean. She still has to take something. So it's not true at all that she can walk away from it. And being that she cannot walk away from the drugs and it's still a part of her life, I would think that she would dedicate more effort and more of her influence to creating a hashtag for people that sell the kind of things that actually put her in rehab, rather than coming after an innocent yogurt shop that is just trying to sell yogurt or ice cream. This is just ridiculous. And she said, well, she can't just walk away from food because according to her, but I have to eat 3 times a day. I left the yogurt store, didn't get the yogurt that I wanted, and had the hard time for the rest of the weekend. Oh, really? So because she didn't get the yogurt that she wanted, she had a bad weekend. She had a bad weekend. It's, oh my goodness. Talk about being spoiled. So an entire business has to adjust to fit what she thinks now. This whole thing is just so ridiculous. I can't even. I hope this yogurt shop does not make any change at all in response to what she's saying. They probably will, because she has a lot of following and they don't want to appear insensitive, so they probably will. But I'm just wishing that they wouldn't and just leave everything exactly the way it is. And she just has to learn to adjust to reality and the way things are in the real world. What, like, if you're walking down the street and you're going to someone's store, which, by the way, she was not invited, nobody forced her to go in there, things are not going to be exactly the way you want it to be. You just have to accept the way other people want things to be, and that's just part of reality. And she has to stop dragging or bullying all of these companies just because they don't do what she wants them to do. By the way, it was Piers Morgan that called her a bully, and now I'm using the term as well, which it really does fit her, because I feel like she just speaks without thinking, and then she goes back and begins to apologize. It's like, if something occurs to you and you want to say it, just calm down, stop, think, put your words together, make sure that you're not just vomiting whatever comes to your mind. Make sure that what you're saying actually makes sense before you speak. It's not that difficult. So that's all I have on Demi. I don't know. She's really just starting to rub me the wrong way. She needs to get over herself. There are people that like to eat sugar-free. Personally, I don't like to eat sugar. And when I go to a store and I can easily find the sugar-free stuff, I gravitate towards it, with the speed of light. And I'm glad that I'm able to find it and not have to search for it. So when she said that she doesn't like to see it, I was like, well, that's too bad. Some of us like to see it, so she's just gonna have to get over it. So yeah, that's all on Demi. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next one. Bye guys.